Welcome to the Tuscarawas County Anti-Drug Coalition podcast, bringing you open and honest conversations about resources in Tuscarawas County. Now here's your host, Jodi Salvo.
Hi, this is Jodi Salvo. Welcome to another podcast with the Tuscarawas County Anti-Drug Coalition. I'm actually really excited today because I have a dear friend, Dana Randazzo, with me today. And I'll tell you why I picked Dana. We are at the end of 2020, and man, the conversations here throughout the year have been a lot focused on the problems, just the impact 2020 has had on persons, individuals, communities. And you know what? I did not want to leave 2020 on such a downer, So, was in the car the other night and I was trying to think of who is just a positive person that kind of can package 2020 up in a way that we can really focus on, what we've learned, what has been good, what we'll carry with us to make us better, stronger people, stronger in our community. And Dana came to my mind. So I was just kind of tickling through people I know. And Dana is just a dear friend that anytime I'm around, I walk away inspired, encouraged, uplifted. And I kind of wanted us to end 2020 on that note because, sometimes you watch someone come out of like a bad divorce or something and they're just kind of bitter and that just kind of comes with them, into the next phase. And I want all the ick kind of off of us. So
brush it off.
You got it. We can walk into 2021 just with a new perspective, excited about the upcoming year and the potential and promise. So with that, Dana, why don't you tell us who you are, what you do?
Sure. Well, thank you, Jodi, for, edifying me and all those great words you said about me. Thank you.
They're true.
And thanks for thinking of me, and I'm really happy to be here and excited to hopefully bring some positivity and good news into your day. And a little bit about me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I am a mother of two college-age sons, Christian, who's in med school, and Noah, who is finishing up undergrad. And then I'm married to Ross Randazzo. We have been married 29 years. And I'm also, a certified personal trainer of 18 years. I just newly got my yoga certification this summer. Had to get out of the box, try to stretch myself a little bit. And I'm also Isagenix, which is a health and wellness company, and I partner with them. And that has rocked my world. That's really changed my life over the past 8 years and my family's life. So
neat. Very good. So given she's a trainer and she's a salesperson as well, you do how to sell things and package things and present things in a
Well,
really
I like
positive.
to share. Yeah. So I like to share what I'm doing, how I feel. Obviously, I want everyone to feel like me. I want everyone to feel good. And that's my goal is to bring into your life, for you to have a great mindset to approach, whatever you want to do in a mindful way so that you get the best results that you can get, whether that's your nutrition, whether that's your fitness, your daily life.
Nice. So Dana, let's just jump right into 2020. What have you learned in 2020?
Oh, Jodi, that's a great question. What have I learned? Gosh, I think I have learned to be more patient, for sure. Definitely, I have learned that my family is, God is foremost, but my family is, next after God. And I've learned to be really grateful to have my parents around and my sons and just to have that special time with them that we may not have had if we just kept rolling like we were. So
you know what, when you mentioned grateful, I think that is the word that I've hung on the last couple of weeks. And mine started when I was writing my little Christmas cards. And I do think 2020 has helped us become grateful.
Oh.
There's so much that maybe we have lost, but those core things that are in our life, oh my goodness, you come to really appreciate them.
You do, and grateful and thankful. I think 2020, those should be the two title words on it, grateful and thankful. Grateful that we're here, grateful that we get to spend this time with our families. Thankful that, life has slowed down a little bit. We're quarantined at home. especially during that time when we weren't allowed to do anything, but we were with our families and we were learning to get to know each other a little bit better and just really enjoying each other and looking for the best in each other.
So tell me, because I know we're going to talk about what we've learned and what's been good. What was hard for you this year?
Oh gosh. Okay, if you can't tell by now, I'm definitely a people person. So I like to be face to face. I like to be face to face, whether it's training, whether it's I'm sharing about my company and what I do, and I like groups of people, all the things that went against everything that that we had to go into with the quarantine. So yes, that was hard for me, and I had to learn to adapt. So I got very good at Zoom, very good at GoToMeetings, WhatsApp app, just all the social media that I could get on. I was on. So that was really tough for me. And I thought that it would slow down my businesses, but it didn't. This has actually been one of my best years.
Oh, nice.
Especially for nutrition and Isagenix and, just really talking about mindset and around food, around our health. And so it's been a good year for that.
Nice. So the hard one was lack of face-to-face.
Very hard, lack of face-to-face. I mean, the only face I saw was that husband's every day.
Good thing it's a cute one, right?
Good thing, yep. Very good. So, yep.
So what are the things that you'll look back in 2020 and think, man, this changed my life in a positive way?
Gosh, you're loaded with great questions, Jodi. Changed my life in a positive way. I would say, for me, there's a lot of positives in 2020, but me personally, it's probably brought me more calmness, approaching life in a calm way, not letting things like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be 5 minutes late. No longer do I think like that. Now it's, okay, I'll get there when I get there. It's not a big deal. Life goes on, right? We can persevere and work through whatever happens.
When you say that, I think this is hitting me for the first time. I think we've all learned to extend a lot of grace this year because I think in the past we might have been like, well, where are you and why aren't you here? And we've so become accustomed to, oh, they can't come because they're quarantined or, oh, they can't, you know what I mean? And not only for each other, I think we've learned grace. I think, there's been grace for ourselves. Like, the world's not going to fall apart if I'm not here or doing or able to make X, Y, Z happen.
Right. Exactly. Because grace, I think, all those words, those are great words. Aren't they? Yeah. Grateful, thankful, extending grace out to someone. Those are things I think have really come to the forefront in 2020 where, before we were moving so quickly and trying to get to our son's game and pick our other son up from practice and, going to work and spending the day there and then trying to get off early to go to this or to that. So it's just nice that we don't have to, we're just slowing down. And I think that that's a great thing from 2020 and we're going to bring that into the future with us. And things are going to change for 2021.
So do you think we are, as people, going to be able to make that transition and still keep that new balance maybe? Or
yeah, I think there's, it's going to be difficult for us all to keep that balance. But yes, I think we're going to take that into 2021. We all have a new outlook on life. We should be more grateful that we're here, that we're healthy, and our families are healthy. So yeah, I'm excited for 2021.
Neat.
So
what else did you learn this year?
Oh gosh, what else did I learn?
Or that you're thankful for from this year?
Probably I am thankful for the fact that I have a family and I got to spend quality time with them. I had mentioned before that my oldest son is in his second year of med school and he was not supposed to really have a summer break. And we actually got to spend almost 6 weeks with him that we wouldn't have had before. That would have been gone. And so that was really fun. And it was nice having my youngest son home when he was supposed to be at school and just having everyone around. And the other thing that's been really cool about 2021 is that I have been able to share And as I said before, I couldn't do that face to face. I couldn't get out into the community. I couldn't, go north or south or wherever I wanted to go. And being able to share on Zoom or share in a podcast like this has been huge for me. I don't know if it's something I've learned, but maybe I've learned about myself that I enjoy this. Yeah. I enjoy talking to people, and hopefully I can bring some value to your day and help you to have a better week.
Nice. Very fun. So as we're talking about the positives, I can also say we've been blessed that as much as things have changed in our own lives, we haven't had some significant losses like we know some people have and some of our listeners. I guess I bring that up because I know there's people that are isolated and still really struggling and have had losses and, situations where they haven't been able to do those traditional ways we recognize people that have passed and memorialize things. How do we help people that are in those dark times kind of reframe things? So not to minimize the loss and the hard things, but to kind of be able to grab on to what good might have came from really hard situations.
Right.
And I know that's a hard question, but I also know from Dana, and the reason I asked her is she does have a way of just really looking at those good things that we can find in a dark situation.
Well, and Jodi, you used a great word. You used reframe. Reframe is one of my favorite words because when you're looking at a situation, there's a pretty good chance that situation is just life. I mean, that's life, whether it's dark times or good times. And you have to remember that there's going to be blessings coming from either one of those. Yeah. Even positive people have many, many challenges. You just don't see them. They don't talk about them as much as someone else would. So again, going back to the reframe, take that box, reframe it. If something has happened where it's a dark time in your life, remember, it is life. You're going to power through and you're going to get to the other side, and there's going to be blessings that come out of that. And those blessings can be many different things. It could be, maybe now you're able to share about something that happened during that dark time and it helps someone else. Maybe it's something that you learned and you're able to share that with your family, and it makes you a stronger family. So, you just have to remember everyone has challenges, everyone has dark times, and granted this year has been a little rougher than usual, but there are blessings on the other side. We all know how to power through.
I appreciate that. I think it's always good for us to hear this is life. Life can be hard, and we're all going to experience different hard times throughout life. But sometimes recognizing that when we walk through those hard times, it does build character and experience and relatability. And sometimes that's what someone else needs just so they can get through their hard time. So just realizing if you're in the midst of those hard times, you don't have to be that strong wall right now, but allow other people that have walked before you to love on you or care for you.
Right.
And I think for those that haven't suffered or aren't in those really dark times, that we can give and we can serve and we can build up other people is super helpful.
It is. I mean, how important is it to have a servant's heart? I mean,
absolutely.
That's pretty cool. If you're a person that, you feel that calling, that's positivity. You're adding value to people's day all the time.
And I think when you serve, you always end up finding more joy than probably the person you're serving.
Exactly.
So that might be a great way as we walk into 2021, being mindful of we still have a ton of places and opportunities to serve and give back and encourage other people.
We sure do. I mean, and that's another word that I love is mindful. That's a great word for going into 2021 is just, what have we learned? We've learned to be more mindful, haven't we, in 2020?
So learned connecting with family, being thankful, being grateful, doing life in a different way. Mm-hmm. I love not having to go outside in the winter in the evening for a meeting. And I have a feeling in the future we can still do those online,
Yeah, I think it's going to be hybrid. It's where you're going to be able to do that And then if you want to come, you can come too. So
Yeah, because there's things that maybe in the past I didn't do because it was in November and I didn't want to go out at 7 o'clock at night when it's dark. And now I'm much more apt to just click on that link, so I can be involved in things I want to from the comfort of my house. Kind of fun.
yeah, that is really nice. That's a huge plus. And I think a lot of people that have never gotten on Zoom or gotten on GoToMeetings or whatever it may be, whatever you're using, they're learning that, hey, you know what? You can wear pajama bottoms with that really cute top and be very comfortable drinking your hot cocoa or your coffee in that meeting.
Absolutely. So yeah, if you haven't tried it, it might be awkward the first couple times, but afterwards, it doesn't seem much different to me,
No, it's pretty cool. I mean, like I said, I was always out and about, people person, and I've gotten very comfortable with just, being at home and
on a screen.
Yeah, on a screen.
So, plenty of things to be thankful in 2021 or 2020. How do we set up this new year in a way that we're going to be full of joy and excitement and, kind of shake off the stuff that has been a little more cumbersome or heavy?
Sure. Brush it off now.
There you go. Let's
get rid of it. There's a couple things you can do to do that. It has a lot to do with the mind. So what your mind believes is what's going to happen. So if you're telling yourself that you're going into 2021 and you're telling yourself negative thoughts, 2021 is going to be negative too. Again, your mind, what you focus on, you find. So if you're telling yourself, good things, this is going to be a great year, I'm going to let go of all that negativity, or I'm going to let go of those bad times, do it now. Do a little bit of meditation in the mornings, even letting that flow through your body and go into your hand and you blow it away and it's gone, just get rid of it. So
I loved what you focus on, you find. I love that. That is going to be my thought for the next
Jodi.
couple of days. Very good.
It is. It's true. What you focus on, you will find. So if you want to focus on a great 2020 or 2021, it's going to be a great 2021. I mean, when I wake up in the morning, I look out my windows, and we live on a farm. And I always thank God. I'm always like, hey, thank you so much for this day. It's so beautiful. It's going to be a great day. I know it is. And then I get on with the day, and it's a great day because that's what I've put into my mind. So
awesome.
If you just remember to do that.
Now, I don't know this for sure, even though Dana and I are good friends. I'm assuming you have all kinds of goals that help you be successful as you go forward. I say this because she's pretty motivated. So are you a goal person?
I am goal oriented, but I have vision of where I want to be, what I want to do. I'm now an empty nester, more or less. And
Up until COVID,
yes. And my husband is, he's getting older. He's a few years older than me. So one of my visions or goals is to retire him earlier than even 62. So that is something that I'm looking forward to being able to do. I just had a goal setting session yesterday with my mentor. So it's kind of cool that you asked that. And my other thing is I have a whole team with Isagenix. I have many people that are depending on me to guide them to where they want to be in 2021. So it's not about me. It's about me being able to help them to reach their visions and goals. And that is what's going to be a great 2021. So if I see them, being able to accomplish those goals, whether it's, my team that's on the business end, or if it's, my happy product user, or that's, excited and having great results, and they know that this is going to be part of their lifestyle for the rest of their lives, that's great. That's what I'm looking for.
Okay. So a vision, I think that's kind of cool. So an actual, this is where we're going, or this is what I want to see.
Right, it is. I mean, that's what I see. I see all these people. I see happy, healthy people is what I see. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Neat. What else? So set us off right for 2021.
Oh, gosh. Jodi's good at this. She's asked me, she's used a lot of words that I already use, so I wonder if she's been, listening to me when I didn't think she was. But setting up for 2021. Again, we're going into Christmas here. That's next week.
I know.
Christmas is a week from today.
That was a reality to me last night, and it caused heart palpitation. I'm like, what? 7 days?
I know. It's crazy. Well, there's a couple of things I would encourage everyone to do. And one is stretch yourself for 2021. If there's something that you feel that you can't do, you know what? Get out of your comfort zone and give it a shot. I'll give you a good example. I did yoga because it was good for me. I was getting older. It supposedly helped me to be better at other things. And, I wasn't really into it. But then my girlfriends decided, hey, let's do this yoga training. Let's get our 200 hours. And, of course, I'm very person people and want to do what everybody else is doing. So I got FOMO. So I'm like, yeah, I'll do that. So I became a yoga instructor. And at first it was really, really hard for me. It totally took me out of my comfort zone. It stretched me majorly, but now I'm so happy I did it.
Nice.
Like I said, it's brought, a lot of positivity to my life. And, having something like that, again, we talked about visions and goals. Have something in the new year that's going to stretch you a little bit, because when you accomplish it, it's going to make you a happy and better person.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's many of the listeners out there that have picked up a new hobby, a hobby they forgot that they enjoyed doing. But I love that. Think about something, invest in something new, or spend some time outside of the norm. The norm, right? Absolutely. So I bet those are things that could be super helpful.
Yeah, and remember this too, that you're never too old. You're never too old to make a change. So, if you're feeling kind of stuck and feel like you're old, remember, you're not too old. That's your mind again. It's telling you that, and you're believing it. So don't believe it. You're not too old. Jump out of that comfort zone. Like Jodi said, pick up a new hobby, or maybe a hobby. Like I used to paint, and I haven't done that in probably almost 30 years. I'm thinking maybe that's my 2021 thing that I'm going to pick up. So, yeah, that's what you need to do.
Well, listen, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap up, but I think one of the things that I heard was a theme of words today. Thankful, grateful, mindful, vision.
Yep. Reframe. Focus.
Very good.
What you focus on, you find. And remember, don't compare yourself. So you're seeing positive people, I'm very positive. Don't think that I just came out like that every day. I mean, positive people have challenges. We're all the same. It's just how you deal with it, what you tell your mind.
Very good. I have to laugh. My husband's family, and my husband will have these words, he'll say, "Oh, that's okay," and I'm like, "Well, is it okay or is it good?" And sometimes it's just those words, and I can see when I'll stop him when he's saying it in a negative way, and he don't even realize it's negative. But once you switch those words, sometimes it does reframe a situation, and
it does. There's certain words that I actually have taken out of my vocabulary, and when I find myself saying them or typing them, I immediately take them out. And two of them are but and because. I just don't use them anymore. You don't need them, Use other words. There's plenty of words you can use instead of but or because.
Yep, because nothing's good's coming after those two words, is there?
That's right. Nope. I'm
you
sorry.
don't need to say it.
Yep, nothing good comes after those words, so.
Well, Dana, I just want to thank you for coming today. I want to thank you for your attitude that you just kind of throw out there. And it touches so many people. I know you intentionally invest in a lot of people. And I think for listeners, for myself, we need to be mindful of people that inspire and encourage and help us have a different perspective on life situations, because life can be hard. But man, if we're looking for those positives or things that grow us or challenge us or move us in a positive direction, we're going to be a lot better persons to ourselves and to those around us.
Oh, absolutely, Jodi. You summed it up really, really well. I think that hit everything that we talked about today.
Well, good. So, well, thank you for coming,
job.
And hope you have a wonderful holiday season and a amazing 2021. And maybe we'll see your painting next year.
Maybe. Thank you for having me, Jodi. I really enjoyed this.
Great.
So
Thanks.
Merry Christmas to you and your family, too.
Great. Thanks, Dana. We'll see y'all next week.
Thanks for listening to this episode of the Tuscarawas County Anti-Drug Coalition podcast. Please follow us on Facebook and visit our website at adctusk.org.